Okay. Uh, Thank you for being here. I believe that this is the first time that I'm by myself. I installed the OBS software, so I'm sorry for being a bit late. So just please tell me if you hear me very well, uh, or if we need to adjust audio or something. Are you okay? Any feedback? Looking fresh. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Listen, still on vacation. A little. It's not a vacation; it's a workation with my family. CFO is with me, so still I decided to do this event to actually tell you what's been going on for last month, because it was really crazy, not just professionally but privately as well. So you all probably know that I got a child. It's a daughter. So yeah, crazy times. Let's start with this. How many Revolution NFTs have been sold? Are you satisfied with it? So listen, I have few topics that I want to go through. So NFTs and Revolution NFTs is one of those topics. So I'm gonna actually close this event with talking a bit more about plans with Revolution NFTs, and especially with the card NFTs that I believe didn't do, we didn't announce well. So there were a couple of things that happened even prior we launched Revolution NFTs. So it was really a mess. I'm gonna try to explain it again. I did some explanation on Telegram channel. So yeah. So mixed feelings about those Revolution NFTs in general, about success. Okay, so first of all, last month. Yeah, last month was crazy. I mentioned that we had really tough schedule, but more importantly, the week before we actually did launch Revolution NFTs, that weekend was really tough. Privately for me, on Friday, my wife born a girl. She's with us now. She's less than year old, but that was the day when actually Danielle from our company, she's our head of marketing, she got married. And actually this is maybe exclusive news, but on Saturday that weekend Josipa got married as well. So we had three big private things going on during that weekend. And on Friday it was especially tough because the payment gateway that we chose to work with us to actually sell those NFTs, they said to us that we are somehow not compliant to go with them, and that was really something that did a lot of damage to a Revolution NFT campaign, because the things were ready, some things already went out announcing that we're gonna launch on Monday, and then we actually launched on Wednesday because we had to be very fast and find a replacement for payment gateway, because idea was actually to launch the campaign on web and to allow average Joes, people that are not so familiar with crypto, to buy those NFTs, especially NFTs for Netflix and Spotify, which gives them an opportunity to get those subscriptions free for life. The idea was to let them to buy those NFTs in a really simple manner through our web page, where they would put their debit or credit card and buy them as they would buy anything on web shop. So that didn't actually work very well, because in the end the payment gateway that we were able to work with had the KYC procedure as part of the purchasing process. And to be true, many of those who actually decided to purchase NFT and to get the opportunity to have Spotify or Netflix for free, didn't manage to buy those NFTs because they didn't know how to go through the KYC process. So that was really painful to see. Now we are still working on finding the better solution for those people who are not familiar with the crypto and KYC procedure to buy those NFTs. But I'm not sure how that is gonna end up. So we decided, we said that Revolution NFTs are gonna be available for purchase for a month. But now we'll see if we're gonna, change that and maybe allow them to buy it for additional amount, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna do with card NFTs, because those are the ones that we actually didn't announce yet in the right way. I believe that those are really important, because we are offering opportunity to 10,000 people or less if somebody buys more, to get their hands on their physical debit cards, which are going to be really unique. We really took a lot of time and passion actually to make those look good, and then to make those cards really special, because those going to be first crypto cards supporting Cardano native tokens, first of all. Then we're going to have buy now pay later option. Also, we're going to support some main tokens, cryptocurrencies, as well as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, ADA, Polygon, and I'm not sure, possibly some other tokens are going to be supported as well. So people ask us through our channels what are going to be fees. So when talking about fees, so there is a 2.5% of exchange rate when we exchange crypto to fiat, but there are going to be some other small fees which I'm not sure yet about. Also, there are going to be some limits, not regarding the cashback, because those 10k card NFTs, it's a limited number of NFTs. It's a limited number of cards, so we can explore with those, and that's why those are going to be just 2,000 metal cards with a 4% cashback, unlimited. Still, there's going to be limitation of, I believe, between 20 and 30,000 euros / dollars per month to spend. But again, limited numbers of those metal cards. We're not going to do the same cards in the future. The same goes for those plastic cards, which also has a really awesome design. So the goal is actually to sell those. It's a pretty appealing price, $39 for those premium cards. And I say premium because they are really premium. Later on, we're gonna issue more those physical debit cards, but they're not gonna look like premium or metal cards. That's for sure. In the next days, I'm not sure when exactly, but we're gonna announce all the details regarding those card NFTs. You're gonna be able to use only one NFT for yourself. There's gonna be address to which you're gonna have to send that NFT. So it's a disposable, in a way, NFT to get physical debit card. all the details are going to be announced with the time. So we believe that we're going to be selling those even about the date, which is going to be the end date for purchasing Revolution NFTs regarding Netflix and Spotify. So when we talk about those NFTs for Netflix and Spotify, there were a couple of questions regarding why don't we sell those for Revo tokens. So I have to address that, and the purpose actually for selling those NFTs was not to actually move the price of the Revo token. No, we did that to actually announce subscription NFTs and the whole setup which we have with NFTs and virtual debit cards. And we talked about that. We said with the setup we want to change or revolutionize the subscription economy, because with this setup we can allow people to subscribe to any service in the world for any subscription period they want. They're gonna get a discount with Revuto for purchasing that NFT, and then they're gonna be able to use that NFT to get a virtual debit card and to subscribe with their service. But still, the unique thing about the setup is that whoever is gonna be tired of using that service is gonna be able to sell or send unused subscription period. So even if you buy that NFT for, I don't know, Netflix for 9 months, 15 months, and you use it for 5 months, the rest you are going to be able to monetize, just resell or sell NFT to somebody else. And that was the main purpose why we actually did those 10,000 NFTs for Netflix and Spotify, just to announce that. Still, it's an awesome deal for anybody who is using regularly Netflix or Spotify, because Revuto is gonna be paying Netflix or Spotify monthly subscription to anybody who is holding that NFT in his Revuto wallet. And just by paying those $349, it's in a way just deposit, because as long as you're gonna have that NFT and virtual debit card, you're gonna be getting your Netflix or Spotify for free. When you're gonna be tired of it, sick of it, just send or sell that NFT to somebody else. You're gonna probably get your money back, and in the end you're gonna have that subscription for free. So again, the point was not to actually sell those and to get additional funding or to move the price of the token. But if we talk about the price of the token, so why we are selling that for ADA, at least when we are selling those NFTs on chain? Only because we need actually that money to pay to Netflix or Spotify. So if we would sell that for Revo tokens, then we would have to sell those Revo tokens to actually pay for your subscriptions. It's not hard to calculate how many. So if you purchase for $349, so at least we are covered 3 years with those funds. And there is a mathematics behind it, how we can cover additional time. That is gonna be actually covered by the Revo tokens, by the price of the Revo token going up with time and with the funds actually that we have in company. And yeah, to cover those expenses, we would eventually have to sell those Revo tokens that we have within the company. So we still have 53% of the token supply within the company, and we are counting on those funds in the future, because that's how, it's not how we make money, but it's a big chunk of how we plan to make money. We are a crypto project, we are a fintech project, we have other revenue streams, but again, in the future, as the price of the token is going to go up, there should be a lot of money, funds within the project, and that is, when we're going to be able to use those funds for marketing purposes. And in a way, subscription NFTs or not just subscription NFTs, but these Revolution NFTs, they are marketing stunt. It's an expense when we, consider that people are going to use them for many years later on. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna try now to actually answer some questions before I move to the next topic. Okay. When are you gonna get the Astro NFT Telegram username tag? Okay, nice. Any possibility of aim for Croatian Discord? So yeah, we can do that. So that wouldn't be a problem, or shouldn't be a problem. We can set up that. I don't understand if it wasn't to raise funds if you can't use the NFT Netflix or Spotify. I don't understand the question, because all those people who have those NFTs, soon they're gonna be able to use them with their Netflix and Spotify. It's just a matter of getting those virtual debit cards, which you are gonna be able to put into your Netflix or Spotify account, and once you do that, Revuto is gonna do everything else. Is gonna be topping up those virtual debit cards whenever the due date is for Netflix or Spotify. Also, team and advisor tokens unlock coming on next few months. Almost 50 million, if I remember correctly. Where are your plans for them? So regarding the team tokens, no. So our tokens are locked until January next year. But even then, we are not gonna be the ones selling those NFTs. So be sure about that. I already mentioned a couple of times. So we, as a co-founders, there are some team members and also advisors. They have portion of those 15% of token supply, and we are going to be able to sell those starting January 2023, but we're not going to be selling those because I'm not sure that the terms are going to be good for us to sell those then. So there's still a lot of in front of us regarding the roadmap and what we want to achieve, and I believe that next year or two is something that we can count on, that the token price is going to go up, and then we can profit a lot from it. So no selling from our side. Also regarding the tokens that are within the company, so I know that some of you said that we sold something or things like that. No, we haven't. So company did not sell any of those tokens. We did move 5 million tokens to market maker, and we said if certain price range is gonna be hit, that they can sell those tokens, but that didn't happen. So I think that we didn't hit even like 50 cents or something like that. So we decided that those are not the right terms when we want to sell those tokens. Okay, let's move forward. So again, this is the first time me being here alone, so I could get help from my little friend. To move on. Okay. Price of the token. I said so many times before that I'm not going to comment it, but I get so many messages about the price of the token that is really scary. So whoever is with us from the beginning knows what are we trying to achieve here. We are trying to build a service that's going to help people manage their subscriptions, then to earn money on their subscriptions by getting the cashback, by getting the referral rewards, also by staking Revo tokens to cover their subscription expenses, borrow money if needed, things like that. And the thing is that it's a really complex project. And even now that version 3.0, it seems it's easy, and I'm gonna show it to you in a few moments how it works, just briefly, but it's gonna come out soon. So even that version 3.0 is really complex to do. But as we're gonna add those things, the product and the features is gonna grow, and consequently people are gonna come, people are gonna use the product if it's gonna work as promised. And with growing user base and with actually opening so many possibilities for our tokens to be used, so there's going to be a lot of utilities for our token within the ecosystem, the price of the token is going to go up. So if somebody thinks that tomorrow or in 5 days the price of a Revo token is going to do 100%, he is missing the point. So this is a long-term project. If somebody wants to invest, it's really good time to invest now, but it's a risk. The token price is now below ICO price, so we are aware of that, but in the end we cannot do anything about it. The market conditions are not great, the token utility is still not working. I always said the tokenomics are not up and running. A lot of tokens are coming out into the supply. Even today is a big date because I'm not sure how much, but there are many tokens from EBT2 round released today. I believe that we need still to release some, but I can check. I believe that 66 million tokens are now out, which means that even if we compared it to a few months ago, we were at 58 or 59 million. So a lot of tokens are out, and some of those token holders are going to sell their tokens because sometimes they have to sell it. It's their money, they need that money for something, maybe badly, and this is something that's going to happen. The price of the token goes up and down, and probably if the market goes even below these levels, I'm talking about Bitcoin, we can expect price of the Revo token to go even below these levels, but nobody knows. And still the most important thing is that we are now, and you should, we are in that accumulation period, so you should, if you can or if you believe in the project, you should accumulate, buy those tokens to profit on them, not tomorrow, not in 5 days, but when all these features that we announced start working. And that's about the price of the token. I don't know if I should talk more about it, because again, my task is not to focus on the price of the token, but to focus on the project and on releasing all those cool features that we announced. Also, there were questions about the staking center and how that works, and we all saw what happened with Celsius, and they said, we are centralized, our staking center is centralized, their staking product was centralized, but those two companies are completely different companies, and those two setups are completely different setups. So Celsius, to actually be able to fulfill those promises about the big APIs, APRs, they had to lend money to other projects and protocols, expose themselves to risk and something they cannot control, to actually fulfill those great yields. And what happened? Market did what it did. Many of those projects fell apart because the setups were not sustainable. Also, some of those setups or other projects were hacked. The protocols were hacked, and yeah, so they lost money probably even on Terra, working with Terra and things like that. So it's a completely different setup. How we work actually is we have a couple of those, I believe, that we mentioned today. We had 18 staking options so far. So whenever you stake your Revo token and we give you a Revo token back, so this is from those 53% tokens that are still in the company. So we are giving you yield from that, let's call it a treasury. So there is no risk because we already have that money. Why we are doing that? It's only because we are trying to give you some incentives to stay with us, not to sell your tokens, to accumulate those tokens, to get more of those tokens, and to profit from holding those tokens in the future, not now. So the setup, the basic staking pool is the main setup. It's really a robust setup because there is no danger that we are gonna be without those tokens and that we are not gonna be able to fulfill those promises about yield. But then when we talk about staking Revo to get some other tokens, that is all about making partnerships with those projects. So whenever we open the pool, we already established the partnership with that project, which actually promised us their tokens. So either we did token swap with them, or we actually make a deal with them. And the basic thing that we are promising those projects is if they give us their tokens, to give you those tokens as a reward, we are gonna actually help them to promote their project within our community, which is still great. We have decent number of followers through all social media. So we do podcasts and we talk about those other projects. It's in a way promotion for them, but also to some of those projects we actually promised to support them even with our virtual debit cards and physical debit cards. That means that in the future you're going to be able to use those tokens from those projects to top up our virtual debit cards and our physical debit cards. And it's a big thing for them. So again, there is no danger of not being able to fulfill those rewards that we promised, those APRs, because we already have those tokens. And yes, to be true, we did some staking opportunities by offering other Cardano native tokens, but we didn't make partnership with those. So for instance, we couldn't make, but we wanted, we couldn't make partnership with World Mobile Token. We couldn't do it with Meld because they didn't want it to work with us, but still we think those are great tokens and we basically bought those tokens, and that is how we secure rewards. It's an expense for us, but it's still a small marketing expense, and we do those things to keep you interested in Revuto, and especially in the period we did that in the period while we were building the subscription management service. So now on, those staking opportunities, we're going to be a bit slower with them because Astronaut NFTs and all that story about those 8 staking pools. That is done now. Now we are expecting to launch version 3.0 of Revuto app, which is going to be a big milestone for us. And then we're gonna try to pursue people to stake in our basic staking center or either in our fund pool, which is also one of amazing pools we offer, because I'm not sure, maybe I'm going to be lying, but I believe that 15% APR and 10% is in ADA is the biggest APR that anybody is giving at the moment for staking ADA. The setup here is also pretty unique, and it's clear. The mathematics behind it's clear because we are investing actually ADA in early stage pre-ICO projects to get their tokens under really good terms, and we can capitalize profit on that deal to be able to actually return yield in ADA. When we are talking about that, I need to tell you a bit, so it's a bit of announcement. We didn't talk about that, so I signed the deal with Genius X to be mentor, one of the mentors of their accelerator, and this is something that is gonna be really beneficial, not only to them, because I'm gonna try to help those projects with our own experience. So we did some good things and we did some mistakes during this period from the ICO and even before until now. So I believe that I can help others not to do the same mistakes. But again, it's going to be great thing to meet so many other Cardano projects which we could actually invest in and buy their tokens under really good terms, so we can all benefit from it through that R fund pool. This is gonna be awesome thing to actually meet with those projects, with those other teams. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to working with those guys. Okay, so astronaut NFTs. Some of you has been asking us about those, so we agreed internally that we're gonna actually allow people up till end of this month to stake in our fund to be able to get that astronaut NFT, because our fund was one of the pools, one of those 8 pools in which people need to stake, but still that pool didn't have expiration period. So now we said we're gonna let them to stake until August, end of the August. I believe this month has 31 days, so August 31st. And yeah, this is the day when we're gonna lock all those astronaut NFTs. I believe that now we are aware that 197 people is the highest number of those NFTs that we should actually give away, and we already started on doing those special unique artworks for those NFTs. So we didn't know what is going to be the number. Now we know that 197 is the highest number that it could be, and we're going to do those NFTs, and the end of the just a second, end of the month is, or probably early September are the days when you can expect to get your artwork for that NFT. That's about astronaut NFTs. Also, we're gonna be sending out you t-shirts and all the things that we promised. RevoDEX, oof, that's a tough one. So what happened with the RevoDEX? I said to you that we gonna be actually launching that in August, maybe later, but now the thing is that we decided to postpone it a bit. Why is that so? There are a couple of reasons. First reason is that we are not sure even if we would be completely 100% ready if now is the time to actually launch the DEX. Why is that so? Because we pay attention to everything what's going on with other DEXs and the volumes are pretty low. Our DEX is not something that is again our core feature as a staking center, although staking center has a really remarkable how I put it, numbers. So even we skipped Y Finance, so we are, if we compare to DeFi Llama, so where we where we rank among those top projects, I believe now we are in 6th place. Considering also how the price of the token is low, I still believe that there is big upside to be even on 5th place, 4th place later on. But still, staking is something that we do, but it's not our core product. The same goes with RevoDEX. So we still believe that we can make major difference and impact with our DEX, especially being built on Cardano and within the mobile app. So that's unique. But now it's not the time to release that, because if we do it, it wouldn't matter too much. It wouldn't change anything. We would not be able to do a big news or buzz with it. But what is even more concerning is that actually to be able to launch the DEX now, today, you need to provide liquidity, at least have initial liquidity for those trading pairs. And we were trying to reach out to projects, again, the big ones, because those are the tokens that are bringing the volume, at least some volume. And in these market conditions, is practically impossible to get liquidity from those projects. Everybody is concerned. There are too many DEXs out there already where they provided some liquidity, and yeah, that was the problem. And then the latest hard fork was a bit of the problem. It's not the major problem, and somebody asked that question. So even the vast hard fork, still it's not on a mainnet, it's on a testnet. It brings some advantages, but still it takes some adjustments. So to make it short, DEX, our RevoDEX, is a bit postponed. We're gonna keep you updated about it. This has nothing to do with the R token airdrop, which is actually, we took all those snapshots. We are now working on the app, how to show you how many tokens are you going to be getting, those R tokens, and you're going to be able to check it. And then at one point you're going to be able to get those tokens. In a way, the same situation with R token is going to happen now as it happened with Revo token. So you're going to be able to see the amount of those R tokens that you're going to be getting, but you're not going to be getting them on chain, because we didn't still do the token generation event. And this is something that we're going to try to do with announcement of RevoDEX, of launch of the RevoDEX, because we need, once when we send you out those tokens, we need to provide liquidity for those tokens as well. So yeah, that's regarding the RevoDEX. And now going back to our campaign, Revolution NFT campaign, This is the topic that everybody wants to hear about. I already explained why we did it. Now the question is how we did it. So there were some comments that we rushed it, that we were not prepared. That's not all true, because we prepared everything very well. We hired top agencies again to help us with announcement of Revolution NFTs. We really managed to get really good reach with all those PR and marketing activities. So I believe that I already sent out the whole it was an overview from the market across, from the agency that we used regarding the announcing Revolution NFTs to crypto community and how we did. So we were covered on all major web portals, crypto related, NFT portals. We did a good thing with CNFT, but still, I have to admit it, the response from non-crypto audience was pretty weak. We even tried to market ourselves, trying to target actually those people who are not familiar with the crypto, or not familiar but involved with the crypto, to actually sell them those NFTs, sell them opportunity to get free Netflix or Spotify for a lifetime. But when they saw that there is an NFT part of the setup, the response was not good. And what I learned now is that NFTs, among those people not involved with crypto, they are not accepted very well. So people think that those NFTs are scam, and I can understand that, because most people, when they hear about NFTs, only what they see is, I don't know, CryptoPunk being sold for I don't know how many million of dollars, and they think it's just a picture and they cannot understand it. They don't get it. And I'm not gonna be now, like, maybe I'm gonna use the wrong words, but I can understand it, because even I sometimes think that most of those collections or NFTs are in a way, I wouldn't put word scam, but I'm not sure if those numbers that we are getting, those millions of dollars that are being spent on those NFTs, are exact numbers, true numbers. I believe that there is a lot of wash trading in that field with those NFTs. But now, when we are talking about our NFTs, which are completely different thing, so we are not focusing on the collection of 10,000 or different photos and things like that. No, this is a real use case for those NFTs. This is something completely new, but people, they don't get it and they're afraid of it, and so we were getting all kind of harsh comments. So we decided to stop spending money on marketing those NFTs. So now we're gonna reassess and see how to actually continue with promoting those two NFTs for Netflix and Spotify. In the future, we may even set the date until when people are going to be able to buy those, and then continue just with selling those card NFTs, which I believe are more affordable. Even, they're going to bring you, it's hard to compare, but card NFTs are gonna actually secure you an awesome product in that physical debit card that we're gonna be issuing from January next year. Okay, so yeah, so I see ICO price 10 cents now, 3.8 cents. It's a scam. So I don't have anything to tell, regarding that. So price doesn't tell if the project is scam or not. It's a stupid comment. So price is just a reflection of the market conditions, and also if there are new investors coming in and buying our token. At the moment there are not, and it's hard for the low cap projects like our in these market conditions to get new investors on board. We have those who are familiar with what we do. Some new may come, some old are gonna leave for sure during until we actually launch everything that we announce. But still, if we compare ICO price to the price of the token now, so it's maybe 50% less for those who bought it in a pre-sale or private round. It's more, so it's maybe 70% less for community sale investors. But still, if you compare the price of ADA during the token sale and now, it's I believe when we were doing ICO that the price of ADA was 2.1, 2.2 at some point. Even later in September it was almost $3. Now it's 50 cents. So ADA went, pretty much down 4x, and we did 2. So if you compared it like that, so even Bitcoin went down from almost $70,000 below $20,000. Come on. So I don't know what to add to that topic. Yeah, Meshtar, you're right. Investors obsessed about the price don't have the needed patience for this kind of project. That's completely true. Again, if you want to earn some money, 10, 20, 30% on the token price on the short term, go, chase some other projects, because for those top projects, top 20 projects, it's much easier because they have bigger volume, larger audience and everything. We are low cap project, still haven't launched the main project, so many things yet to need, they still need to come, so it's big opportunity. So an upside could be much bigger, not could be, for sure it's gonna be bigger once we do that, and it's the fact. Why is Revuto not listed on the Certix site? Good questions. Because we still didn't do the audit with them. The thing is that once when you do audit, you need to, how they said it, you need to lock up the code and everything. We are still developing the core feature and everything. Once when we do that, the first segment, then the audit is going to be done, and then we're going to be listed on their site. Still, we are doing all the penetration tests by ourselves as well. So the Revuto is going to be pretty secure app, and I'm going to now come back to that suggestion that we should actually use the web view to connect to the dApps. So when you are building the mobile app, there are two approaches. One is actually to build the mobile app which is web-based, and then you can go and build native apps. We chose to build the native apps. They're much more secure, they're faster, and they offer much better capabilities of when we're talking about the user experience. Still, some apps may look like native apps, but in the backend they're basically web view apps. Some projects they decided, and mostly those projects are wallets, they decided to use the web view to connect to those decentralized apps on the web. First of all, it's a terrible user experience to do that. Also, it's a big issue when you do that with, especially with Apple, because they are not allowing web views inside the mobile apps, because that is how you can push on the front end whatever you want. They don't, they cannot control it, and also it's potentially big security risk. For us, we chose to build the native apps, and yeah, so web view is something that is, really we're not going to be using it at all. So it was a decision that we did in the beginning, and that is how it is now. And we're going to try to build the ecosystem, a Revuto ecosystem inside of the single app, which is going to allow you to do so many different things without leaving the app. The downside is that at the moment we are not able to directly work with those decentralized apps that are running on the browser. But again, I think that in the future those things are going to change, because nowadays people are using smartphones more and more, so everybody's looking for a mobile first option. Then others going to be building a mobile apps as well, so we're going to find a way how to work with them. But also there is a workaround, so whenever you want to actually connect the Revuto wallet with some decentralized app on the web browser, you can actually restore a Revuto wallet in whatever wallet, Cardano wallet, non-custodial wallet of your choice. So it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's now try to answer some questions. Patrick, thank you. I've never seen a clearer and simpler user interface for a Cardano wallet with staking opportunities. Can't wait for the full product being out. Yeah, so our emphasis and focus is on user experience. Why? Because the app that we are building is not just meant for those who are familiar with the crypto. Again, we said we have a fintech component and a crypto component, and we did ICO. We took money from investors who are counting on profiting from investing in our token. So this is why we had to build incentives for them and to stay with them. But still, the product, the Revuto product, is built for everybody, and it's built for people who didn't necessarily had any contact with crypto in the past. And with those small things like cashback and referral rewards, in the beginning we're gonna actually introduce them with the world of crypto. And this is why all those things regarding crypto inside Revuto needs to be simple to use. Hopefully in the future we're gonna continue by doing that, even with our decentralized exchange and with all those features that are, let's call them crypto features. We're gonna try to make them easy to use. Okay, how close is version 3? I'm gonna try to now, this is gonna look probably funny. Okay, open the smartphone. This is the Android version. Okay. Oof. Let's try to do that. I'm still learning how this OBS Studio that I'm using right now is working. If I'm gonna do this one more time before September 1st, I'm gonna be actually sharing my screen. Okay, so, it's not my phone, just wrong. Okay, so this is where you can see the subscription management. This is the whole new navigation. And this is something that I already showed you how it works. So it works, so you can add the subscription, you can add custom subscription, and also you can add so shared, you can add credentials to those subscriptions, and you can share those credentials. So this version 3.0 that we're gonna be releasing out is built for everybody, not only for people coming from European Union or UK. This is for everybody, because everybody is gonna be able to use Revuto to add their subscriptions, get their notifications about the due dates, and when they need to pay something, to whom they need to pay something. They're gonna be able to see free trials that they have. Then there's gonna be a list of those subscriptions according to the due dates. So you're gonna be able to easily, check what is next, what you need to pay. So then the price of those subscriptions, the statistics, then they're gonna be working as well, and password sharing is gonna be working, but still only for those people who are gonna be only for those users coming from European Union and UK. They're gonna be able to add virtual debit cards to those subscriptions that they're gonna be adding to Revuto app, and that's the major difference. And when we release this version 3.0, there are gonna be some updates. Even now we notice some bugs that we need to fix, but when the app version is gonna be working 100%, we're gonna just add those virtual debit cards to the setup, and people are gonna be able to use those. And that should happen in next 45 days, let's say. So I was warned not to promise you anything about release dates, because I already did that for this 3.0 launch. So I promised to you, and I'm aware of that the app is going to be out on June 15, and I was told by our development team and by our agencies that are helping us with the front-end development that we're going to be on time, and we weren't. So that's the fact. Whenever we promise something, for I don't know what reasons, well, I know those reasons, and they're real reasons, but it always happens that we are late. Those things are something that we cannot control. Sometimes, even now, June and July were really tough because developers were going on vacations, and then we lost some time, and then there's some bugs happened, so we lost time again, and things happen, and time flies by very fast, and now we're gonna be 2 months late. So that's the fact. But still, the good thing is that market is slow, so we have time to build. Now it's a perfect time to build in this bear market, perfect time to test, and perfect time to actually get everything ready once when things change for a big time, because I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but even now if you look on the volumes and everything, it's really big difference between bear market and that craziness, crypto craziness, or bull market, how we call it. Then it's a time when just investors, they come in and just they pour money into projects. And if we're gonna be ready, if we're gonna have a good project and product that people are gonna have benefit of using, then we're gonna be in really awesome position. Yeah. When Revuto barbecue. Okay, now it's 1 hour. I don't wanna put you asleep. I'm gonna just try to go now through some questions. Okay. Why did you launch NFT products that aren't even working yet? Don't think that is good business model. People pay for NFT and intend on using it right away. Bad business decision in my opinion. So yeah, listen, whenever people tell us that we did something wrong, you know, even they said, you know, how can you tell that you're gonna get Netflix for life when Revuto can die or Netflix can die? So those are all good questions, but still, when you market something, you don't tell those things. And even when we see how the startup business goes, and you know how even the Tesla makes their business, you announce things and you try to make a big thing out of it, because yes, we are selling the product and everything, but still we are selling the vision and the project and the whole package, what we plan to do. And with every announcement that we do, we want to make big splash about it. So we invest money into those PR activities, and those things, they need to be bombastic. Yeah, I agree that, you know, for people who bought those NFTs, it would be better if they could use them immediately. But from the perspective of the company, it's not how things go. So even, I don't know, when you buy something and when you see those commercials on TVs and everything, sometimes you already know the answer, that this is not 100% how it's gonna work. Even with those NFTs, of course, yeah, they're not for life. If Revuto is gonna go bankrupt or is gonna stop existing, obviously, but this is not something that you can, you know, put up front and tell people and then tell them, okay, buy those NFTs now. No, you need to make a buzz out of it, and then even the marketing team and those agencies, they push you to do things the way you need to do. So that would be my answer to that. But still, those NFT owners are going to be able to use those NFTs pretty much soon. And also, even before they get virtual debit cards to use them, they're going to be able to trade those NFTs. Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, I answered that. Answered. Okay. Is there an information page on website with all NFT details? We have some information on our Gitbook, I believe on crypto.revuto.com webpage, but we're gonna be updating that with all those other NFTs that we pushed out, so you're gonna be able to read about them there. But also our blog post is something where we put all the information out, so go there and check, read about it. Also during this let's call it summertime, when everything is also a bit slower, we decided to put the pace down, let's call it so. So even during the August, I think that the newsletter is gonna be going out twice a month, not every week. And yeah, that's it. I'm not sure about the tech talks. We're gonna see how that's gonna go out, but I believe that we are still on the track to do those every Thursday. Weekly updates, for sure, they're gonna be going out every Wednesday. Do you think to go in some way into metaverse? Not directly, no. Maybe we're gonna actually partner with some just a second, please. Just a second. That's my little baby. Sorry about that. Yeah, so probably we're gonna be partnering with somebody who is deeply involved with the metaverse, because metaverse is something that's not on our roadmap. It's hard to build it. It's complex project. It's a future in a way. I'm convinced that something is gonna come out of those metaverse projects, but we're gonna see how that's gonna evolve. Whether can we expect new farming staking pools anytime soon, or maybe some other crypto opportunities for crypto users? Do you see Revuto playing bigger role other than managing subscription in DeFi? Well, regarding the crypto staking opportunities, we'll see. We are now trying to pursue people to stake in Revuto basic staking pools, because I believe those staking pools are the best ones, except our fund, because whenever we actually do staking pool with some other project or a token, then it can go good and bad. What that means? That means that price of those tokens can go down as well, and then people are usually not happy with it, with staking and locking up Revo tokens for 3 months or more to get nothing out of it. But we'll see. I'm sure that there are going to be some other staking opportunities, but those are going to be announced. Nothing now. Okay, NFT sell end, that I answered. Okay. If we are moving the timeline for a Revo NFT, why can't the astronaut NFT? I'm not sure about the question. Yeah, I'm not sure about the question, but astronaut NFTs are gonna be sent out to you in NFT Center in September. NFT Center is actually something that we are looking to improve. NFTs are a big part of our ecosystem, and I believe that they should have more better place within our app. So some things are gonna be coming in next months within the, let's call it, NFT Center. Okay. Okay, thank you. I don't know. I believe that I went through all topics. Again, I apologize if I wasn't, if I didn't answer all your questions. Again, this is the first time being me alone. It's a really awkward moment for me talking to my laptop and looking to the questions when I see myself in a video that's lagging 30 seconds because there is a delay. Okay, enter the passcode. Why can't I use my my Spotify and Netflix NFT together? So yeah, we decided to actually do either sell either NFT for Netflix or Spotify. Why? Because we always, what we do, when we issue virtual debit card, we lock up that card to the certain merchant ID, so that people in the future cannot use those virtual debit cards to, I don't know, purchase something else on the internet. That wouldn't make any sense. So when we log those virtual debit cards to the specific merchant, then we are sure that you are actually using that virtual card with that service, and that's it. That's the reason. Also, the reason why we said that we're gonna sell 10,000 of those altogether tops is again why the subscription for lifetime NFTs are not our core business model. And I don't believe that, not that I don't believe that, you know, you are also smart enough to understand that business model wouldn't be sustainable in the long run. It would be in a way a Ponzi scheme, because you would need to, you know, have more and more people coming in to be able to use those funds to pay for those subscriptions. So again, this is a limited offering, and this was the calculated expense from our side. And the intention was to promote the setup and the subscription NFTs, which are going to come in the future, which are not going to be subscriptions for a lifetime. No, people are going to be able to build those NFTs for themselves for particular subscription for particular period of time. And that subscription period is going to be of their choice. And people are going to be paying for those NFTs. Yes, they're going to be getting a discount, because this is how we're going to actually make people come to us and, let's say, pre-buy or prepay those subscriptions with us, not with merchants directly. And that's a huge thing for us, because this is how we're going to be getting a lot of traffic, a lot of revenue. And yeah, and we can compensate that small discount with the tokenomics, with how much of capital we're gonna have in the company, because that capital that's held in Revo tokens should grow significantly with time. Thank you. In the future, you should share the publicity with Josipa. Yeah, Josipa is somebody who is actually best when it comes to public speaking and to explaining people what we are doing. Also, she's probably best looking within the company. So yeah, I know why people are asking for Josipa, and I'm trying to push Josipa in front of the camera as much as I can, but sometimes that's not possible. So yeah. Will virtual debit cards be definitely available this year? Yeah, they're gonna be available as soon as subscription management is gonna work 100%, but hopefully, luckily, that's gonna happen somewhere in October. I'm really pushing this forward, and I can't wait actually to get hands on those virtual debit cards. And this is something that is also this version 3.0 is a big step forward, but virtual debit cards are the biggest step forward. This is why we call ourselves active subscription management service, because we are allowing you to control those virtual debit cards and control your payments, control your expenses, and also by allowing you to actually top up those virtual debit cards with Revu tokens is something that is gonna help finally for the price of Revu token to go up. Also, there is a really awesome setup that we are gonna announce regarding the premium users. So to become the premium user, people are gonna have to buy some Revu tokens and stake them for 12 months. And this is also something that's gonna help the price of the token to go up. So when we are talking about the price, but again, so many other things which are gonna help price of the token go up. That, you know, so even the micro lending and borrowing setup is an awesome setup. Is gonna, you know, help the tokenomics work, and the similar setup is gonna be used for buy now pay later option with our physical debit cards, because we are gonna be those who are gonna allow certain people to use that feature. It's gonna be again set up that it's not gonna require collateral. That's something that is really important to understand. So our loans are gonna be uncollateralized. It's a different credit scoring that we are gonna be using, and different setup. So yeah, a lot of good things coming in the future. "23 audiences here. I believe those are strong supporters for Revu." Yeah, I see the current viewers 22. Yeah. It's crazy. 22 people. Hopefully there's gonna be more people when this is gonna be uploaded to YouTube. But yeah, it's August, come on, and it's crypto winter, so small numbers, but yeah, those are our biggest supporters. Okay, 1 hour 21 minutes. I think that this is enough of me for today. So thank you for being here. And just one question: Genius X tokens are delayed because their token postponed to yeah. So there is a difference between Genius Yield token and Genius X tokens. So we did deal with Genius Yield. So yeah, they postponed the token generation event, and that's why we didn't send out those tokens. But as soon as they do that, so 7 days we have a deal with them. They need to send that 7 days after the token generation event. And what is really important to understand is that you are going to be among the first ones to get those tokens within the crypto community. Yeah, that's it. Again, thank you for being with me here. It's been an hour and a half almost. Hopefully you got the answers to your questions. I'm not sure if we're gonna do this kind of event again. I'm gonna talk to my co-founders and see, you know, how happy they are with my presentation. But if not, we're gonna do the next event on September 1st, and probably from studio again. And probably, well, for sure, I'm gonna make Josipa come there. That's it. Thank you very much.